In this week's episode, we are shining the spotlight on Mwansa Ceiling Enterprises, a young, innovative entrepreneur that is making waves in the interior design world. So let's get started and get to learn more about his work and himself. Zambia is full of unexplored marvels, talented people, game-changing entrepreneurs, and breathtaking places that most people don't even know about. And that's where you come in. Do you know someone doing something incredible? Or a sport that deserves to be recognized? We want to hear from you.
In the heart of Lusaka, where construction meets innovation, one name stands out.
So my name is Mwansa Edward, the founder of Mwansa Ceiling Enterprise.
Okay.
So Mwansa Ceiling Enterprise is actually a construction company. We are specialized in interior designing, that is ceiling board installation, wall skimming, and some electrical fittings. Sure. So we offer these three services to our clients.
It all began when Edward was waiting for his grade 12 results. He traveled to Lusaka, where his older brother was running a construction business. At first, he was just an observer, occasionally lending a helping hand on job sites. But little did he know, these small tasks would shape his future. Day by day, Edward absorbed the skills, cutting, fitting, and perfecting ceilings. His brother became his first mentor, guiding him through the intricacies of the trade. What started as a casual assistance soon turned into a deep passion for construction.
It just came as when I completed school in 2017. I completed school from Lusaka. I'm sure maybe you are familiar with Lusaka. So when I came to Lusaka, I found my elder brother is into constructions. So I joined him just to say, as I was waiting for the results, I'll wait for 6 months. Then once the results are out, I'll go back to the university. So in the course of this time, I developed interest to say, let me know how to do these works. Just from there, that's how I went on to open my own thing. So I would be trying to help him out, giving workers, helping them out. That's how I developed the interest on knowing how to do the actual works as well.
Walk us through the process of skimming and the ceiling board installation.
No problem, madam. We can go. So this is the sitting room, and this is the decor that the design that the client chose. So after we are done boarding, we're only remaining with skimming. So for skimming, we'll use this multi-purpose rhino-right. This is a 40 kg bag. So this is the one that we'll use to do the skimming. And the skimming part, we'll leave it at when it is just white, because after the tiling is done, that's when we'll come and do the painting. So this here with these are rhino boards. These are 9mm German rhino boards. These are the ones that we are using to do the ceiling. Can I take you to the passage? Let me take you to the passage.
Okay.
We have some downlights here. Obviously, there will also be a cove light, a light that lights from the inside there. Also come to this room here. So in this room, we are now doing just a design. So we are doing the frame first. So we are putting the boards. So now we are finishing up with steel blendering. I'm sure you are able to see this wall angle. These are fitting channels. Then this is the board. So after we are done with the blendering on the side, we'll start putting a board that we'll be dropping. Then we'll cover it with a board again, so that the design is complete and done. Then after that, that's when we'll do the skimming part. The skimming part is always the last, because after you're done boarding, that's when you start skimming. After skimming, that's when we can also do the electrical fitting, the downlights, the chandelier.
Of course, not every project has been smooth sailing. Edward recalls one of his most difficult clients.
So just like in any field, there are those clients that are a bit difficulty. And I think one of them, I think it was from where? From the copper build. And the issue was about payment.
Okay.
You know, there are clients that would call you to say, you deliver materials, then I'll make the payment. You being a good, wanting to provide the best services to them, you provide your own materials, you do the work, then you come back to Lusaka, try to ask for the payment, it is not coming through. You try to write them texts, they block you, and that's how they go quiet on you. So it was a bit bad, whereby you used to take them maybe court, you try to sue them, but at the end of the day, you'll be the one to be blamed to say, oh, the guy is not good. We were just negotiating properly, but how come you took me to law enforcement agencies? Yeah, but it was worth learning one or two things.
Okay.
Sure.
So how did you resolve this situation?
So we took him to court. Then they were given a notice of pay. So we had to end our misunderstanding from the court. They made the payment, and everything was well with them and us also, because it was involving a lot of money. And when you supply materials, there's always where you are sourcing your materials. So if that client doesn't pay, meaning you'll be in problems also, and the company will not move forward.
Have you ever found yourself in a situation where the client ended up not being happy with the work that you did?
Yeah, there are cases like that. I wouldn't lie. There are cases where you, especially there are clients that send you a design that themselves don't understand. So you tell them and give them an advice to say, okay, this design that you've chosen will come out in this way. So once you are done, then you show them to say, this is the actual picture. Someone will just give you a 3D. It is not in telling the exact how the room was looking. Maybe it was just a drawing. So after you are done with the whole thing, then you hand over to say, we are done. Then they were like, no, this is not what I chose. That's where the issue now comes in. No, what are we going to do now? We have already done, and the materials can't be wasted. Yeah.
So do the clients willingly just say, okay, let's just leave it the way things are, or maybe you have to redesign the whole ceiling?
So what happens in those cases is, a client is the owner of the house. You are just doing a service. You are rendering a service to them. Therefore, if they don't if they don't like what you've done, and they don't want that design, you have no option but just to take it down, start to redo it again, so that you, at the end of the day, you go. It's them that are going to be staying in that house, and if they don't like the place, it won't be worth them paying for the service. So there are cases like that where we just okay to say, the client doesn't love this design, we have no option but just to bring it down, start reinstalling and making sure that we do the correct thing.
With each project, Edward and his team blend skill and art, delivering ceilings that are more than just overhead structures. They are statements of style and elegance.
How can one achieve that smooth finish when you're skimming as you get to the painting parts?
Usually, for one to have the best finish and a perfect touch to their works, I think the best is, I believe the best is one, considering an expert like me, I would advise people to get the best quality on materials. And then the second one is make sure that we follow the procedure that are supposed to be done, no shortcuts or other sources whereby you would want just to do things just for the sake of doing. Yeah, that is following the best materials. Like here with me is a corner bit. So most of our works we encourage to put this big corner bit like in the edges of the walls, and as we are doing skimming, we make sure we put on all the edges this corner bit. Even on the ceiling, we also put corner bits on all the edges so that the corner is coming out so sharp and straight. Yeah.
From PVC to rhino boards, from modern lighting to decorative skimming, Mwansa Ceiling Enterprises is reshaping homes and businesses, one ceiling at a time.
When if someone goes straight from plastering to painting their wall, and for those that go through the plastering and then skimming and then painting the wall, what's the major difference between these two? Does it affect how the paint sits?
It doesn't really affect that much, but the difference in texture and how the colors will come out is definitely going to be observed. When you just go direct from, let's say from plastering, then you apply, is it the undercoat, then the color, then it can come out nice, but it will be different from one does skimming, then they apply undercoat, then the color. The wall will be very different. The one which is skimmed and the one which is unskimmed. The one which is skimmed will come out so perfect, and when you are touching it, you will even be feeling as if it's way smoother than the other one which has just been painted direct.
When you get a project, how long does it take you to finish that project?
So we'll talk of this project that we have on site in Zanimone. The longest will take is 2 weeks because we are camped at the site. Meaning we'll be waking up around 7 hours. We are starting work and ending late, maybe 19 hours. So meaning the time frame of work is a lot. So we'll make sure in 2 weeks we are done and hand over the project. If it is just a ceiling, 2 weeks is the maximum time we'll spend on a project. 1 week is for boarding because this is our second day on site, and we've covered the sitting room, passage, kitchen. The spare bedroom will also be done with the dining in 2 days. So meaning after tomorrow we'll be done with the garage, maybe the master bedroom and the other bedroom. Then after a day, we'll be doing the verandas.
Okay.
Sure.
So how do you pick the right lighting for different houses?
Looking at the design, we usually advise to say, okay, this type of light will look nice. And looking at, there are people that have challenges with lights. There are some that are not well with that don't go with the LED, so you advise them to say, okay, on this design I think the best light will be this and this. Okay. And always the client is the one that holds the final say on how they best want the house to look.
Zambia is full of unexplored marvels, talented people, game-changing entrepreneurs, and breathtaking places that most people don't even know about. And that's where you come in. Do you know someone doing something incredible? Or a sport that deserves to be recognized? We want to hear from you.
So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? We want to hear your big plan.
In the next 5 years, I'm seeing myself doing a lot because of late, we are also offering construction services, whereby we'll start from the ground up to the handover, meaning we'll build for you, do the interior works, the ceiling, wall skimming, the painting and the tiling, then just hand over the project to you once we are done. And we're working towards the time frame because, delivery should be always on time. It shouldn't take long. I think the maximum we are targeting is maybe just 4 months. We hand over the project from ground till everything is done.
Okay. So how many employees do you have?
So at the moment, I would say those on permanent basis, we are 20.
Okay.
Yeah, we are. So at the moment, we have 5 sites that are ongoing. There's one in Zanimone, there's one in 7070 Boss there, there's one in Ilai, there's one in Kalurushi, there's another one in Sorwezi. Okay. So in all these sites, like here, we are 3. Then there's the one in 7070, there are 4. Then there's one in Kalurushi, there are 5. Then there's another one in Lilai of Shantumbu, there are about 4. So on permanent basis, we are about 20, 22 somewhere there.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. How many did you have when you were just starting? Or were you just doing everything by yourself?
So when I was starting, we started with we were just the 3 of us.
Okay.
Me, my younger brother, and my friend over there, Titus.
Okay.
So with time, that's how we had to expand, because there are times that you have more than 4, 5 projects at the same time. So that's where we had to bring in other people to help out.
This is the bonus question. What is one thing you would change about Zambia?
The mindset of us, the youths, to pursue other careers, like let us venture into more into the construction. I think it is the best way we can help out our country, because on my own, I've at least helped the government. I've employed about 20. So imagine if all of us had at least not just depending on the government, would venture into some other sectors like farming, construction, sports. It will really help out our country in terms of ending unemployment and at least helping out the government, not just blaming them.
I need to look in the camera and tell our viewers where they can find you if you have an office, the services you offer, as well as your contact details in case they would like to reach out to you.
Sure. So at the moment, the office that we are operating from is just found at entrance of Millennium bus stop along Chachacha. There's shop number 2. It's an hardware for AOM hardware, but they've given us an office that is where we operate from. So the contact detail is Airtel number, which is 0977 22 99 85.
There you have it. I have been having an interesting conversation with Edward Mwansa, the CEO, the visionary, the founder of Mwansa Sealing Enterprises. Until next time, this is Princess Chulika.